All right, guys, let's get started. First album is Kill 'Em All, which I think we'll all agree is A tier.
Barack, I agree this is a good album, but you took the title too literally with your drone strikes.
Fuck off, Donald.
Also, Mechanics is way better than Four Horsemen. Don't at me.
For God's sake, guys, this may be one of the first thrash albums, but that doesn't mean it's good. The vocals sound like a 15-year-old kid screeching because his parents won't buy him the latest Call of Duty.
Joe, you only hate on this album because Dave Mustaine's riffs are on it.
Fuck off, Donald. You know Dave was an abusive alcoholic that beat up his bandmates. That motherfucker had it coming, and his riffs are average at best. We all know James Hetfield is the best down picker in the game. Just because you like cookie-cutter riffs and Barack likes to seek and destroy doesn't make this a good album. C tier at best, no cap.
Eat a dick, Sleepy Joe. The first albums were only good because they robbed Dave's riffs after kicking him out of the band.
I'll just put this in B tier so we can move along.
B for bad.
Next album is Ride the Lightning, easiest S tier of my life.
Undisputed God tier album. So good. Even Hetfield's riffs are good on this one. But Mustaine's riffs are what make this album. Call of Cthulhu, best Metallica instrumental, so iconic. Fuck Orion, no offense, Cliff, rest in peace.
Are we going to forget about Escape? Worst track on the first 4 albums by a bigger landslide than my election victory against Donald.
Shut the fuck up, Sleepy Joe, you fucking cheater.
Can we stay on topic, guys? Yeah, Escape is a weird song, but it's not bad per se. I kind of like it. Gives the album a little vibe switch, unlike Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, fuck Escape, but the rest of the album is so good it's still S tier.
Guys, do you bunch of illiterates even listen to the lyrics? What the fuck are these songs even about?
That's funny coming from the man with the biggest speech impediment in America.
I'll just put this in S tier.
Whatever.
Shut up, Joe.
Okay, next is Master of Puppets, allegedly Metallica's best album.
This album is so overrated. Not only are there no confirmed Mustaine riffs on this album, the lyrics are edgy, and there were way better thrash albums released in 1986.
This is Metallica's most orange album. I was expecting you to like this one, Donald.
Clearly you forgot about Reload, but I can understand that.
Hard disagree with Donald. Finally, some good lyrics. Blasting this one on Air Force One every week.
Seriously, which kid in 1986 would pick this shit over Peace Cells or Rain in Blood?
Yeah, Slayer slaps, but this album sold 4.5 million copies, Donald.
I respect the hustle, but Megadeth is just better. I figured you'd like Slayer given your Hellfire Awaits foreign policy, Barack.
Donald, you fucking contrarian. This album is the easiest S tier in Metallica's discography. The riffs and vocals are litty on a stack, and Orion is the best instrumental Metallica's ever put out. Rest in peace, Cliff, for real. Pouring some Hennessy out for him every year.
Sleepy Joe, the only reason you like this album is because you want to be welcomed home in the sanitarium, you senile motherfucker. Disposable Heroes is a God tier track, which is why I pulled our troops from Afghanistan, but the rest of the album is edgy as fuck. Kirk's solos are dog shit, second only to Kerry King. Literally any Megadeth song has better solos than this album. I rated this shit 50% on Metal Archives. Look it up.
Donald, just because Trump Incorporated's been damaged due to your wacky-ass behavior doesn't mean this album is bad. Barack put it in S tier.
Don't tell me what to do, Joe. I gotta say I kind of agree with Donald here. This album isn't up there with Ride the Lightning. A tier at best.
Bro, this shit is C tier at best.
Y'all are clowning. What the fuck am I even doing here?
It's going into A tier.
C tier.
Fuck it, I'll make an A- tier.
What the fuck is an A- tier, Barack? That's just a B.
Yeah, you can't fool us like you fooled your voters, Barack.
Whatever, I'll put it in B tier then.
Fucking travesty.
Okay, next is the 598 EP, Garage Days Revisited.
Who the fuck listens to that shit? It's just Metallica circle jerking over Diamond Head and Misfits.
Bro, Diamond Head fucking slaps. Lightning to the Nation's best album of 1980, second only to British Steel.
Joe, you fucking boomer. British Steel is a garbage album. Best album of 1980 is obviously Heaven and Hell. Ronnie James Dio is a better singer than Rob Halford, and we both know it. And no offense to my man Glenn, but you can't beat Tony Iommi's riffs. Every time I hear Children of the Sea, it makes me fucking cry. It's so powerful.
Donald, at least Judas Priest's lyrics make some fucking sense instead of being about fucking Dungeons and Dragons or whatever bullshit.
I can understand you relate to the topics in Judas Priest's lyrics, Joe, but try not to live after midnight too much, okay?
Guys, this is getting off topic. What tier are we going to put this in?
Let me finish, Barack. Joe, to drive home my point, Judas Priest claimed to be the first metal band, which is some fucking bullshit, because Black Sabbath's first album was recorded in 1969. Seriously, who rates Judas Priest over the literal founders of the metal genre?
Just because they're the first doesn't mean they're the best. Donald, how hard is that to understand? And Halford is obviously better. Just listen to Victim of Changes for once in your life, you miserable orange goblin.
Guys, shut the fuck up. We got to put this on the list. I personally think the Misfits covers go hard as fuck. This album is underrated. B tier from me.
Agree.
Fine, but only because this is the first record with my boy Jason Newsted.
Next is a personal favorite of mine, and Justice for All.
Dog shit production, which would have put this in C tier, but that's beside the point because they did my man Jason dirty on this one. No bass at all. What the fuck? D tier.
Yeah, they fucked over Jason, but it still sounds good, plus the lyrics are relevant AF even today. Blackened best opening track ever.
Agreed. Plus, the Damaged Justice tour was the best Metallica ever did. Seattle, 89 best thrash concert ever.
Straight up S-tier shit. Only caveat is they didn't fully play Freight Ends live until 2014.
And fuck Eye of the Beholder.
Facts.
Guys, this album is full of fucking 8-minute snooze fest songs. They literally had to make a medley of the songs because they are so fucking boring. Also, the Blackened riff was written by Jason.
We already knew you were a Jason stan, Donald.
Fuck yeah, I am. The guy wrote the whole Doomsday for the Deceiver album when he was still in Flotsam and Jetsam. Metallica could have actually released some good music after 1984 if those arrogant douchebags James and Lars would have let him write something. Also, best backing vocals ever. No offense. Cliff, rest in peace.
Donald, you're right about the backing vocals. Hearing Jason scream, die, 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 gives me goosebumps every time. Other than that, you're full of shit.
Truth. Where do we place this, though?
Obviously, D tier.
Definitely S tier.
Donald, I'm putting it in the S tier.
Fuck this shit. I'm gonna play some fucking golf.
Ah, fuck, Michelle's home. Gotta go.
Fucking losers.